Well, hello again everyone. Quite a while ago I posted a video titled How to Make Your Cooler Stay Cooler. That's where I was demonstrating how I was making an insulated liner to help increase the performance of my cooler, which it did, and it works great. I was also talking about how I like to use salt ice instead of regular ice because salt ice keeps my food and beverages that much colder and it lasts that much longer than regular ice. But ever since I posted that video, I've had a lot of folks write in and tell me that salt ice is no colder than regular ice. I've even had folks with science degrees type out about that much text to give me all kinds of scientific formulations and technical jargon and explain why salt ice is no colder than regular ice. And you can read through the comments of that video and see for yourself. Well, I'm no scientist and I don't have a science degree, but I never needed one to know the difference between something that was cold or something that was frozen. So we're going to do a little experiment here today, and I will fill one bottle with regular water and one with salt water, and I'll put them in the freezer, and when they're frozen I'll put them in the cooler and with a stake under each bottle, and we'll see how the experiment goes. And you can be your own judge and decide for yourself which gives the best performance and what you might want to use in your cooler. So here we go. I use about a 1/4 cup of table salt per 2-quart bottle. I don't fill the jug all the way. I leave a little bit of room for expansion so the jug doesn't break when it's frozen. So I marked the bottles S for salt water and an R for regular water, and we will revisit this project once the bottles are frozen. Alrighty, the bottles are nicely frozen now. Let's get this experiment underway. Okay, so next I will take 2 steaks that are thawed out. They're of equal size and thickness. I'm going to bag them up and I'm going to put them in the cooler with the ice bottle. Okay, I don't have 2 identical coolers, so I'm going to put them both in the same cooler. The fresh water bottle over here, the salt water bottle over here, and I'm just going to separate the 2 with some pieces of bubble foil. The steak. Well, I only had little scraps of bubble foil on hand, so I just kind of separated the 2 the best I could. The regular ice is there, the salt ice is there. We'll check it in a few hours. All right, it's 10 of 10 in the morning. We'll check on those steaks later today and see what the difference is between the salt ice and the regular ice. Okay, it's 3 p.m. I was going to leave it in the cooler till much later, but I've got things to do today. Let's take a peek and see what we got. All right, this one here. This is the one with the regular ice. The steak is pretty limp, okay? Like it should be, it's nice and cold. It's the one with the salt ice. Look at this thing. Let's take it over here. So let's take it out of the wrapper, give you even a closer look. Here's the steak that was under the regular ice bottle. Here's the steak that was under the salt water bottle. I can even get it out of the plastic. Frozen steak. Well, there you go, folks. I had 2 steaks identical in size and weight. One beneath a bottle of regular ice, one beneath a bottle of salt ice. The one under the regular ice stayed soft and limp. The one under the salt ice froze solid as a rock in my cooler in 5 hours time. Now, I'm no scientist, and I really don't care what the scientific formulations and technical jargon have to say, but if one steak froze solid and the other one didn't, it's going to tell me this one came from a colder environment. But if you don't believe me, give this experiment a try. It's not going to cost you more than a quarter cup of table salt to pull this off. Then you can decide what you want in your cooler. But for myself, when I'm packing my cooler to go away, I want to keep that cooler as cold as possible and make the ice last as long as possible, because to me, that's just good backwoods logic. Yes.